the question.
Yeah.
I'm really not interested in the substance. I just wanted to know if the complaint is there.
Okay.
So I'm satisfied if the complaint is there. I can move on.
Thank you. You can then go to the question on General Kumar.
Now, the question is, do you see it appropriate to disband a structure without asking for a report from the project manager? General?
No, I'm not stuck. I'm just saying, the question is, do you see it appropriate without requesting for a report from the...
No, I can repeat for you, General.
No, I hear what you say. The answer is very simple. The instruction as it came from the National Commissioner, it said, prepare a close-up report, communicate the same to the team, and prepare a close-up report.
No, General, that's why I wanted to repeat for you, because we are not answering my question. Prepare for a close-out report is in a letter that disbands the task team. I am talking about a process that was supposed to unfold before the disbandment was effected. Do you see it appropriate to disband a structure without getting a report before you disband from a person who was tasked to be a project manager?
Chair, please protect me here, because I'm going to answer the same question. The instruction from the National Commissioner says, DNC, as directed, you are requested to communicate the same to the team and to prepare a close-up report by the 14th of January, and for the minister to get this on the 20th. Now, the close-up report is exactly what the honorable member is talking about, because the close-up report, the only people who can prepare a close-up report is General Khumalo. Even when you go to the meeting on the 6th of March, where General Khumalo presented before the minister, and when you look at the very last sentence, paragraph in the action plan that is actually produced by him, it says prepare the close-up report by the 31st of March. General Khumalo, who is the project manager?
Chair?
Yeah.
Can I clarify my question? Maybe you will assist me with interpreting it to the
You have to clarify, General Sibia.
Yes.
If a member asks you one question 3 or 4 times, you have the same answer. You just give the same answer. Yeah.
Okay.
No, Chair, I think you are making a mistake now, because you are prescribing how he should answer.
No.
And
I'm responding to the point that you are saying he needs protection.
I am the one who needs protection here, Chair, because my question has not been responded to. That is why I'm saying, Chair, it means we are not following my questioning. The question before the general is, was the project manager consulted before the decision was taken to disband the structure? Now he says, in a letter, and the letter that he talks about is a letter that disbands the structure. He says in that letter, and I agree, I've read the letter, and what he's talking about is the last paragraph of that letter, after the decision to disband has been communicated on the above paragraph. Now he says in that letter, the minister says, prepare a closeout report. The questioning I'm asking, Chair, is a question that relates to a consultative process prior to making a decision, prior to arriving to a conclusion that indeed there is a need to disband the structure.
I agree with you. After you asked him a question, he appealed to me to protect him.
But I also appeal to you to protect me, Chair.
Okay, let me protect both of you. Both of you are protected. I'm leveling the playing fields. Can you please restate the question and we hear what his response is?
Should I rephrase?
Restate it.
Okay. My question, General, is before the decision was taken on the 31st of December, in a letter that was signed by the minister. In that letter, the minister disbands. In the same letter, he says prepare a closeout report. So that is after the disbandment. Prepare a closeout report after the disbandment. Now the question is, prior to the disbandment, was a project manager consulted in order for the minister to arrive to a determination that there was a need to disband the task team?
That is a response that can be provided by the minister and the national commissioner.
At least that response is better than the first one, Chair. Was General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi disbanded? Informed?
I don't know.
The provincial commissioner?
I don't know.
Should we not be worried here, General, that you become so active in executing a wrong decision? Because you came after the decision was taken, and the manner in which the decision was taken was wrong because due processes were not followed. Should we not be worried?
I don't think so. The same way the National Commissioner mentioned in his statement here that had he not carried out the instruction was going to be discipline for insubordination. Now, in this case, if it is the Office of the National Commissioner that invites me into the process, there's no way I could not participate after being ordered by the Office of the National Commissioner to participate. I didn't jump in on my own. I was invited in and directed by the Office of the National Commissioner.
May you please be specific that at that time when that instruction was given, the National Commissioner was on leave. So in office, there was an acting National Commissioner.
Chair, I don't know if I'm allowed to respond like this. That doesn't change anything. If the National Commissioner is on leave, as the National Commissioner of the South African Police Service, he remains responsible and accountable. And if there's an acting National Commissioner, he's got the powers to carry out the mandate of the National Commissioner. But the bottom line is, there's a letter that comes from or out of the Office of the National Commissioner directing the Deputy National Commissioner to act. Now, that on its own, it's a complete instruction.
So according to your logic, General, it's permissible for a person to give instructions while he's on leave, while there's someone acting.
It happens
in their office.
It happens.
Then why people are acting if a person can do the work while they're at home?
It happens. If you are the National Commissioner and you think of something that you want happen, you will give an instruction and it will be complied with. Nobody will say no, but you are on leave. You can't tell us anything.
So are you not worried, General, that there is nothing written or signed rather by the National Commissioner? Because the gist of the bone of contention here centers around a question of acceptance and a question of whether the minister consulted before he took the decision. And the position of the National Commissioner is that he did not accept the decision. That is why I'm saying, when you say the National Commissioner, be specific that at that time the National Commissioner was not in office. So if you received a letter, you did not receive it from Masemula, the current National Commissioner. You received it from a person who was acting at that time. Now, are you not worried that even after the minister came back to work, you gave him a plan and he did not sign it?
Can I return back to the page that I just read, Chair, where the National Commissioner says, I instructed Brigadier Letoko of my office to forward the letter from the minister to all deputy national commissioners. This comes now from the National Commissioner. So the fact that he's on leave forced away.
Which letter is that? May you please refer me to a letter? Which annex traffic?
Now it's Madlanga Commission statement on Masemola, page 34.
I don't have a Madlanga document.
Maybe the evidence leader can assist. But the National Commissioner does accede. He says, I instructed Brigadier Letoko of my office to forward the letters from the minister to all deputy national commissioners, including Lieutenant General Severe Crime Detection, to instruct them to prepare the necessary reports. My intention was to discuss the matter with the minister to understand his reasons and attempt to dissuade him. However, the letter contained an instruction to prepare a report that were due by 20th January. If I had refused to carry out instructions, I would have been accused of insubordination. So, in other words, the National Commissioner agreed because he says if he had refused, he was going to be accused of insubordination.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not in possession of that letter.